Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. I'm so excited for this collab today, this tier trade collab with some amazing ladies. We're going to talk about that in just a little while. I had someone who wanted to join me today. This is Bristol. She's our traveling dog. She goes everywhere we go. She's so used to hotel life, and that's kind of crazy for a dog, but she is. So thank y'all for watching. If you're coming from one of the other ladies' channels, I appreciate you coming and taking the time to visit me. If you like what you see, I would love if you would subscribe, become part of my YouTube family. Again, I hope y'all enjoy these. My DIYs today are so super simple, but I have a hard time with tier trays, decorating them. So I wanted to go as simple as possible to come up with. So I hope they're not too simple for y'all. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure you go check out the other ladies. Again, we're going to talk about that in just a little while. I hope y'all have a great day. Y'all come back now. Again, we're going to talk about our collab in just a little while, but for now we're going to get right into it with DIY number 1. To have a tiered tray decor video, you need a tiered tray. So I'm going to make one. I'm taking a tree color from the Dollar Tree, a milk bottle glass from the Dollar Tree, and 3 of the tin plates, along with some greenery, some garland from the Dollar Tree. First thing we're going to do is we are going to wrap our glass bottle in the garland. I just take some hot glue, start wrapping. Put a little hot glue down and wrap it. We're going to wrap it all the way up to the top. I'm kind of wanting this to look something like a Christmas tree in the middle of our tiered tray. So once we get to the top, we're going to just get our last piece on there, cut it with my snips, and then I'm going to flip it over and cut all of that greenery off the bottom because I don't want any of that to interfere with my glue. Next, we are going to go through and give this a pretty short little haircut. I liked how short I got it. If you don't want it that short, you do not have to cut it as short as I do, y'all. After that, we are going to take our collar and we are going to take some of this liquid cement from the Dollar Tree, and I'm putting it along the sides, not completely around it, just along some of the sides, and gluing it right there to our tin plate. Then I take hot glue and I fill in that entire lip right there with hot glue all the way around. Then I did stick my next plate on the top with hot glue and cement, but I didn't show you that. After that, we're going to take our bottle, put some of the cement and the hot glue on it, glue that to our second plate, cement and hot glue on the top of our bottle, and glue our final tin plate on. Next we're going to take some more of that greenery, and this is where I said we're going to cover that lip up, so don't worry about that hot glue showing. We're going to go all the way around this with the garland on the edges of all 3 of the tin plates. Once we get that finished, I guess I showed you a little bit more than I thought I did. That's basically all I do. All 3 of the layers, get this garland all the way around. Then we go through and give this a haircut. I make it pretty short again, but you do you, y'all. Do it however you want to do it. And this is our final result. I did put some lights in the middle, but I love how this turned out. Now, let's make some decor to go with this. Again, super, super simple, y'all. So for the first one, I take one of these rectangle pieces from the Dollar Tree that come in a pack, and some white Waverly chalk paint, and I just do a really light coat, one good coat all over this piece of wood. Then I'm just going to take a decal that I made on my Cricut that says farm, but for the A, I used some of the Dollar Tree vinyl in the red and black plaid and put that as my A. After that, I go ahead and put my other letters on. I wanted my tree to go on first so I could kind of center everything exactly the way it should go, because y'all know I do not measure things. So this was the easiest way that I found to do this. Next, we're going to take some greenery from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to clip off the end and glue a piece right there to the top. And then we are going to glue 2 more pieces down here at the bottom. I love how this turned out. And y'all, this cost $1. Then I take some black and white gingham check ribbon from the Dollar Tree, make a super simple shoestring bow. We're going to glue that right to the top, right on top of that greenery there at the top, and that is it. I think it's super adorable. I'm kind of going for the farmhouse theme for my tiered tray. Y'all let me know what you think. Is that too simple? I love how it turns out. So again, today I am part of a collab tiered tray grand collab with Crafty Kathy, Crafts with Ash, Living My Best Life with Lisa Marie, Kathy Joe DIY, and Make It with Micah. Y'all, these ladies are amazing. I'm going to have all of their channels linked in the description box. Plus, there will also be a playlist. Make sure you go check these ladies out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Thank you so much, Kathy, for asking me to be a part of this collab. Okay, y'all, right on to it. DIY number 3, another super simple one. So I got a set of 3 wood houses from Target in the dollar spot for $5. I took one of the houses, and I'm going to take some Waverly white chalk paint. I spray a little bit of water on there because I kind of want to give this a whitewash look, and I just paint this entire house. And like I said, it's not a real thick coat, and that water helps it look more whitewashed than anything, and I love how it turns out. Next, I go ahead and take a decal that I made that says Farmhouse Christmas. I put that right on the front of our house. I do take my time a little bit with this because they're the thinner letters, and it makes it a little difficult for those to come off the transfer paper. So I just take my time, and if something needs pushed down a little more, I just push it down and go over it again with my little brayer. You can see I messed up my U there, but we fix it. Now, y'all know I cannot cut or draw a straight line, but I'm going to try and draw barn doors. So I take my little Cricut mat and I use it as a template. And what I do is I just take my Sharpie fine point marker and I go ahead and make a rectangle. Then I just put a line right down the middle and draw X's on either side. To not be, I'm telling y'all, I cannot draw a straight line. But I actually think this turned out really, really cute. And I love the simplicity of it. That's what I was trying to do. Just try to find things that everyone could find and everyone could make. You can find these little cutouts almost exactly like this at the Dollar Tree now. Then I just put a little greenery on the top there, and I'm making another super simple buffalo check bow. We want to try and tie everything in together for this tiered tray. We're going to cut that off and glue that right to the middle of the greenery there, and that is it. Again, super simple Dollar Tree materials except for the house. I love how this turned out. I think it's so stinking cute. Okay, y'all, moving right along. DIY number 4. Now, this is kind of 2 DIYs, I guess, in one. Just 2 different things, actually. I'm taking these little truck cutouts from the Dollar Tree that you get in like a pack of 10 or 12. And we are going to go through and paint both of these trucks, front and back, with 2 good coats of some red acrylic paint. And the reason I do 2 good coats is I do want it to look old and weathered and worn, but I also want it to have a finished look. So we get all of those painted. Then we go in with our black and paint our, I guess that's our, yeah, that's our tire on both of the trucks. So we do this 4 times. Excuse me. After that, we're going to take some olive green acrylic paint and paint our trees. Next, we're going to take some white and start going around the trees and the truck just to give it that little snow look, like snow has fallen as the truck was going to get the tree. Y'all know me, I try to make up stories for my DIYs. After we get that finished, I just go all the way around the trees and both of the trucks. And then I take my white Waverly chalk paint and paint the inside of the tires there. So super simple. Next, I take 4 of the small blocks from the Dollar Tree. I paint those up black. I'm using these as little tiered tray fillers. So I need them to stand up. And to do that, this works perfectly. After we get all of those blocks painted black, now we are just going to glue 1 on each of the tires on the back of the, sorry about that gray hair, y'all, of the trucks. And that's going to make our trucks stand. Now, we're basically doing the exact same thing here. We're taking 4 tree cutouts from the Dollar Tree, painting those olive green, all 4 of them one good coat. I couldn't find my brown paint, so I just went ahead and used black paint to do the trunks, but I think it turned out fine. Next, we end up taking our white again, and we're going to give that same little snow look. I kind of wanted everything to be as cohesive as possible. And again, these are just little small tiered trade fillers. Paint up 4 more of those small blocks from the Dollar Tree. Glue those right to the back of the tree so they will stand up. And that is it. Super simple. These cutouts are really good for tiered tray fillers, y'all. You can just paint them up or do whatever you want to them, and they help to fill your tiered tray. I cannot talk today. DIY number 5. We are taking one of these small crates that the Dollar Tree now has out, and I am so in love with these. I think they are so adorable. And we're just giving this a good coat of black chalk paint by Waverly. After we get I don't worry about painting the inside. I just do one good coat on the outside of the crate. Then we take the back of a calendar page from the Dollar Tree that says Farm Fresh Christmas Trees. I cut it out, and then I decide to rip around the edges because I kind of want to give it a little bit more of a vintage look. Next, I take my glue stick from the Dollar Tree, and we just glue that right to the front of our crate. We already have our floral foam in there, so now I'm going to take these little trees from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut off the wood base, and that way these trees can just stick right down into my floral foam. After I get all my trees in there arranged the way I want, then I take some more random greenery from the Dollar Tree and start filling all the empty spaces in, and that's it. How stinking simple, and I just love how this one turned out. This may be my favorite one. I think it's so stinking cute. Let me know which is your favorite in the comments. Okay, y'all, we are on to our final DIY. Again, simple. That's the theme of this video. So we are going to take one of the tags from the Dollar Tree. We are going to remove the sticker and the hanging ribbon. I don't know what kind of glue the Dollar Tree uses to put these stickers on, but y'all, if they sold that, they would make a fortune from us crafters. That sticks better than any glue I've ever seen. After that, I go ahead and sand that down where the sticker was, and we're going to take some red acrylic paint and give this 2 good coats on this side and all along the edges of the sign. Next, we're going to take another decal that we made on our Cricut, and we are just going to put it on there. It says Reindeer Sleigh Rides. Now, y'all see, my reindeer is intact. That art comes off, and I don't even notice. I did not notice until I went to take pictures for this video. So anyway, then we're going to take 2 of these little reindeer clips from the Dollar Tree. We're going to paint those white and then take the clips off of the back. As I was removing the clips, I broke one of the little reindeer's legs, but no worries. A little bit of hot glue fixes everything. After we get that fixed, now we are just going to glue our reindeers onto our sign, and that's it. So again, I know these were simple DIYs, and I hope they weren't too simple. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. If you like the simpleness, for me, it makes it so much easier because I am in the hotel, and I can't do grand projects here. But I think everything I did today turned out super cute. I'm in love with all of it, and I can't wait to display this at home when I get home. Again, don't forget to visit the playlist and watch all of these amazing ladies. I appreciate the chance to work with y'all. Y'all are amazing, and thank you so, so much. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back now. You hear?